Hey family, just wanted to stop in and share some words. I've been having this message come in for the past few days and it's time to share it. Um, so, when we have a lot of things coming up to the surface for us to deal with, a lot of density, a lot of heavy stuff, a lot of emotions or thoughts, beliefs, programs, it doesn't necessarily feel the best, but it is possible for us to develop the ability to love ourselves through that and to embrace ourselves fully through these clearings and these transformations. And we can actually utilize that energy and use it to our advantage. But a lot of the time we get so caught up in our mind and become so critical to ourselves. And I speak from experience, and that's why I'm sharing, is because I've noticed that our minds can become so critical and so mean and so just harsh, and then we get stuck in these mind loops and just go and go and go and go and go and go and go, and it never really seems to settle. So we are the ones that are putting our attention on these thoughts, and we are the ones that have the ability to move our attention back to this present moment. Now, it doesn't mean that things aren't going to come up, and the whole point of us to experience this is to allow these older energies, these heavier energies to come up so we can transmute them and then basically be able to see a new reality, to feel a new reality. As these older energies are coming up, if we get so stuck in identifying into those thoughts and those ideas, then we'll get stuck. It's like we get stuck in a cobweb and we just get stuck in this energy. And then the way that the mind tries to figure out and fix it is it's trying to fix it. So it goes in and it's spinning and spinning and spinning, and what can I do? How can I do it? When can I do it? How can I fix this? What about this? What if I did this? What if that happened? What if this? And we can get stuck for hours, days, years. Some people get stuck for years in these mind loops. I find myself getting caught in some of these cobwebs for hours until I surrender and let go. And really in this chaos and in those mind intensities, that's when we find our true power. That's when we find our true power, is when we're in those cobwebs. We can learn how to remember our natural space. Our natural space is just observing all of this. And I can say that to you, but that's something for you to figure out. When these things are coming up, you have the ability to just observe and sit in that position of observation and just watch this activity happen. At some point, if we don't engage in it, it will go away. Now, sometimes we have to really deal with some of the stuff that comes up. We have to really sit with ourselves, embrace ourselves, mother ourselves, and nurture ourselves when these emotions and these thought forms come up. We can't just bypass them and say that, oh, I don't feel that, I'm not going to focus on that because it doesn't feel good. There's definitely a balance beam with this stuff. We have to be able to be willing to feel and be honest with ourselves. Like, look, this is how this is feeling right now, and I embrace that. I accept that is what this feeling is, and that's what it's telling me. Now I have the ability to return my focus back to this present moment and sit in this presence, this stillness. And the mind jabbers, it wants you to figure everything out. It's trying to fix and figure everything out and do all that it can and blah, 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 blah. And then I say, I can just return back here. It's not something that we typically do because we want to figure it out, and rightfully so. We deserve to want to figure it out. We want to figure out what is going on, But when we try so hard to figure it out, that's when we're in the cobweb, and we can't even see that we're in a cobweb. We can't even see that we're stuck. you know? So when we return to this presence, and it's not even really returning, because we're always just the presence, we're always right here, right now. When we remember that, when we say, okay, I'm in a cobweb right now, I just need to return and be present, that's when we become magnetic. That's when we become receptive. We open the channel and we allow these higher energies to show us something different, something new, something that makes sense, something that becomes clear. But when we're so, we can't hear anything, and we're really just stuck in these old programs and these old ideas, that doesn't really do any good for us. So be gentle. Be gentle to yourself, because if you don't, who's going to? I can't be gentle in your head for you. And I speak that to myself, because I want people to give me the answers. I want the world to give me the answers. I want the world to tell me it's okay. I want the world to give me permission that I can just love myself. But really, at the end of the day, I am the only one that can give myself that permission to just say, okay, these thoughts are not serving me. These thoughts are very, very heavy, very mean, and they're not helping me. So at this point, I'm in a cobweb, and I accept that. I accept what these thoughts are saying. I accept what these feelings are feeling, and I embrace myself. I accept you, Dominic, and I love you, and it's okay. I understand. I understand. But for this moment, can we just surrender? Can we just relax? Can we let go and let God? Can we let go and trust that this divine energy is going to help us? It's okay to feel, but it's also okay to trust. It is okay to trust. And when we trust, and when we surrender and just let go, that's when we get out of the cobwebs and we realize, okay, I can walk around. I could run, I could fly, I could teleport. You know, I could do so much more than what my mind allows me to do when I'm running and identified and stuck in these ideas. I accept myself when I'm doing that. And in that chaos, it reminds me of my true power to just sit back, to return to my stillness, and let go. And let go. Everything is working out best case scenario. We have to be the ones to stand up for ourselves and say, look, it's okay. It is okay. It's okay. It's okay. Everything. Trust that this life has got you. And when you surrender, that's when you receive these new ideas, these new thoughts, this clarity. People show up in your experience. You get new energies. You feel uplifted. Your heart opens up. And you begin to be able to shine your light. It's okay when the heart closes. It's okay when you get caught in that cobweb. Be gentle to yourself. Accept yourself. Embrace yourself. And just sit. Do something good for yourself. Go out in nature. Paint. Listen to music. And it's so hard when we get caught in those cobwebs to want to go outside or to want to paint or to do any of that stuff. But that's really the self-love. That's really you standing up for yourself. Look, I'm stuck in a cobweb. My energy's really low right now. I accept myself. I embrace myself. I love myself. It's okay that I'm feeling this. And I know that I need to go outside right now. I know that I need to go connect with Mama Earth. When I do that, when I give myself that space to do things that feel good, I open up, things become clear, and I continue with the flow. I always use the saying, life is like we're riding waves. You know, we're surfing out there. And if we fall, they got that little strap on the surfboard. You can always grab your surfboard, put it back on, and hop up and ride those waves. But if you just want to sink and get stuck in the water and just be like, oh, I can't do it, I can't get back up on my surfboard, that is okay. That is okay. Be gentle with yourself, and sometimes that's going to happen. But hop up on that surfboard, baby. Ride those waves, you know. Ride them. Love yourself through them, and trust that this life has got you. And in that trust, we will see a beautiful life. Be gentle. Be that motherly love that you wish. Be that mother for yourself. Be that soulmate for yourself. You're not alone. We are all going through this together. Love y'all.